Today I'm here with my mom.
I'm Katia Vaughn.
I'm going to be interviewing her about her immigration from Portugal to the United States. So I have a couple questions, and I'd like you to answer them.
Okay.
So what is your story, and how did it happen?
The story of my immigration
Yes.
is that when I was 7 years old, my parents decided that we would leave the Azores, where I was born, and move here as a family. Myself, my dad, my mom, and my younger sister.
Okay, so what led to your immigration to the United States? Basically, why did you come here?
Well, ultimately, my parents made the decision for me. I was only 7, so it wasn't something that I decided on my own, obviously. They decided to move to the United States after there had been some earthquakes that damaged a large part of the area where we lived, which then needed a lot of rebuilding, and they thought it was a good time to start new here in the United States.
Okay, that's very interesting. So did you leave anything behind that was meaningful to you?
Not that I recall. I was only 7.
No friends?
Not that I remember.
Oh, okay. So,
I left family behind.
so what did you do to overcome your loss of your family that you left behind? Did you have any, let's say, did you miss them?
I did miss them. We had family here also. And then life became very busy here and very all-consuming, trying to learn a new way of life and a new language. But I did miss my grandparents who were left behind, and also an aunt and an uncle and a cousin that I was close with. And I was able, much later in my teenage years, to visit them one time.
Okay, so what was it like moving to a foreign country?
It was scary.
How
I
so?
started first grade in the month of February after all the other students had already been there for some time, and I couldn't speak any English. I had a tutor, and we sat in the back of the class, and she helped me to learn to speak English so that I could do my schoolwork. So it was a challenging time.
Did your tutor speak both languages? Was she fluent in both languages?
No, she was not, actually.
She was not. So was it difficult to communicate with her?
Yes, it was.
Interesting. So was it hard to make new friends in the United States?
At first it was, but once I became acclimated in school, then it became easier.
Interesting. So speaking of acclimation, how did you acclimate to the new climate socially and mentally?
Well, socially, most of my interactions were in school. And I did that just through regular attendance and interacting with kids during recess and lunches and after school. Sometimes we would hang out and play. And what was the other question? I'm sorry. Socially and
Mentally.
mentally. I'm not sure I understand that part of the question.
Basically, speaking a new language, coming to a new place, did that affect your mental well-being, and was it stressful? Things like that.
It was at first. As a little kid, I remember being, feeling alone and scared sometimes because I didn't understand what was happening. But I was able to lean on my family and the support that I had at school to overcome that.
Okay. So what benefits came of your move from Portugal?
Well, I think we had a lot more opportunity here than we would have had back in the Azores. Certainly for myself personally, I had the opportunity to go to a great school when I was younger and continue on to college and, build a career and have a family of my own. I don't know that those things would not have been possible back home, but I think I have had more opportunities here than I would have had there.
Interesting. So, lastly, do you have any regrets about moving at a young age or in general? Do you wish something different happened, or do you sometimes wonder what would have happened if you didn't move?
No, I don't have any regrets. I don't really think about it because I didn't have a choice, and what's done is done, and I think everything happens for a reason. But I do wish I had been able to visit more frequently, and I'm looking forward to going back someday soon.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.